Yashallah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yashallah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad, Shema, Yashallah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Ahad. All right, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Bahassan, Rakha Kodash. All right, I want to give double honors to our apostles, the great millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the elect. All right, to the elect Akim and the elect Akwakim in his faith. All right, peace and blessings. All right, I was a high spirit. We're in Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp. All right, and today I want to go into a live stream. All right, going into repairing. All right, because a lot of times we have to be reminded, all right, of what time we are in. This is the time of, as we said before, restoration. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is restoring the house of David, as it says in Amos. I think that's 9 and 11. All right, I will rebuild, I will raise up the tabernacles of David. All right, the tabernacle is the house, meaning which is that's synonymous with the body. All right, the elect, the hopeful elect. All right, the house of David, the lineage of David, the body of Yahweh Bashim Shai, which Yahweh Shai is literally of the line of David. All right, that's why it's called the seed of David. Okay, but yeah, shalom to you, Akim. All right, who are tuning into this live stream on this Friday. I'm out here at the reservoir. It's a little nippy for an Israelite, but I'll endure. But the point is, we are in the time of restoration. All right, we are recovering from our captivity, as it says in Jeremiah. Shalom, shalom. All right, Benji Button, 144. All right, as it says in Jeremiah, that I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy. All right, which their wound was the effect of slavery. 400 years of slavery, really 500 years if you want to. Of course, you got to include the Northern Kingdom. All right, during a time where the Spaniards, all right, touched down, the conquistadors touched down to the American shores, man. All right, so to the times when they start to build Jamestown and Virginia. Okay, all right, from that time until now, we've experienced a wound, and it's not just a physical wound. All right, hey, shalom, shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakudash Brakathon. It's not just a physical wound. The physical wound is what you're begging for your reparations on, all right? Which reparations, I think that goes back to repair, all right? But it's more than just economic reparations. It's more than let's give these so-called minorities a couple $100 a month so they could shut up. The scripture says the gift destroy the heart. All right, we've been wounded. We've been wounded, all right, as a nation, okay? That's why it says, I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy. All right, and that wound was beating, part of that wound was beating our nationality from us. All right, beating our heritage from us. All right, that's that wound. All right, part of that wound, all right, is you walking around calling yourself everything but who you are. Our wound, all right, was us not being able to look Esau in the eye. Our wound was us seeing our offspring being sold to another plantation. All right, the effect of slavery was, the end result was you being powerless. The Most High stripped you of power. All right, that's why it tells you in Isaiah 3 and 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule them. That's another way of saying it is, I'm taking absolute power from you. All right, the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, all right, has zero power. He has negative 1,000% power on this earth. He has no economic influence on this earth. The part of our punishment and part of that wound of slavery was the Most High taking power. And what's one of the things that come with power? Respect. All right, you can gauge the level of power that you have as an Israelite man on this planet Earth based on the respect people have for you, starting with your woman. All right, women respect power. The reason why she doesn't respect you because you don't have any power, and that's part of that wound that the Most High wounded us with. And it said, I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy. Because it tells you in Psalm 17 and 13, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked, who we know is Edom, all right, so-called white man, all right, that's a sword of Yahweh Shema Shai. So when Yahweh Shema Shai said, I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy, all right, that's what it was. Just him. It was the Most High using Esau as a weapon against the nation of Israel, and a weapon use our woman as a weapon against us. The brother Yash was saying, man. Now we was watching this interview with Dr. Shahrazad Ali under a show called Vibrations, which came out like in 1990. All right, and Dr. Shahrazad Ali, you know, she's in the Nation of Islam, and that's the part where they go off. But hey, man, she was hitting it hard. But the reason why the things she was saying went over Israelite women's head and it offended them. All right, shalom, shalom, Akim. My stream was just interrupted. All right, but long story short, we've been stripped of our nationality, so we don't think as a nation. So you don't understand the importance of our nationality. All right, so we don't think as a nation. So you don't understand the importance of family structure. You don't understand the importance or the value of having a man in the household, man. All right, when the Most High said, I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy, it wasn't just the beginning phases of slavery. That was the heaviest hit. That was that foundation. But what about the welfare system? When they were debating back in the 70s about the welfare system, at that time, the single parent household was like 22%. Now, 50 years later, 50 years later, the single parent household amongst Jake is around between 70 and 90%. That's a fucking wound of an enemy, man. That's how a serpent, that's the venom of a serpent, man. Okay? I have wounded you with the wound of an enemy. Crack cocaine, AIDS, the Tuskegee experiment, all right? What is Planned Parenthood, which goes back to the eugenics movement, which goes back to what? The extermination of Israel, man. Going back to Psalms 83, they conspired against his hidden ones, man. Roughly paraphrasing, all right? Esau has all types of wounds that you as a nation doesn't even know how to counter, all right? Like I said, the welfare system against the 12 tribes, that was a wound, all right? Your boy E, he telling the Israelite woman, look, you can get these benefits as long as you don't have the household, the man in the household. Divide and fucking conquer, man. Divide and conquer, all right? That's the wound of an enemy. Now look at our people, bugged out. You thought people who were born after 1990 were bugged out. Man, look at this generation that's born year 2000, man. It's normal to be a bisexual. It's normal for a woman to be in a relationship with a woman. It's normal to just wear skinny jeans to your knees, man. And that's a wound, man. All right? Black culture, nigga culture is witchcraft on our people. All that thing doing, so-called black culture, is a weapon from Esau to further destroy us, man. Because it tells you that he's wiser than Daniel. So he has the hidden hands of so-called white supremacy. Well, he's behind all these things, man. All right, we're in a time of repairing. This is the time of repairing. We're spiritually in a time of Nehemiah, where we're coming back from the captivity, man. The captivity of Babylon. This is we're spiritually being repaired from the wounds of Egypt, man. All right. Like I said, it's not just the wounds going back to the physical bruises of slavery. All right. What about the mental wounds, man? That mental wound is what? You not knowing who you are. What about that spiritual wound? He took your power from you. He took your power from you. Your God. Christianity was a fucking wound. And you know, sometimes you don't want to use vulgarity, but it comes out, man. Christianity was a wound on our minds, on our spirit, man. Christian, you can see certain jakes, you can see them, man. They spirit is broken, man. Eve walking around with blonde hair, blue contacts. You got T.I.'s wife. She got the little eye surgery so she can have leprosy in the eyes. That's a wound, man. So-called delusional, so-called white supremacy. And that's a wound. You think it's a curse to have melanin? Right, that's a wound, man. Now people are slowly repairing from that. Now Jake is happy with melanin. You know, he even going natural for his decade. But that's only scratching the surface. All right, that's only. I'm gonna start walking back to the vehicle, but that's only scratching the surface. All right. But that's why it says in Sirach, in the book of Sirach, I believe it's the 10th chapter, how it says that physician will heal the long disease. That disease is E, man. It's your boy E. All right. But that physician is Yahweh Shah. See, I think about Jake in America, and people have all these solutions how to restore so-called black people, Hispanic and Native Americans. But a lot of times the key focus is on the Southern Kingdom in America, and they got like you got your guy Killer Mike with the bank, so-called black-owned bank, which I believe he's already chipped in with E. That's to get us to take the microchip, you know. But everybody has these solutions. But the truth be told, the solution is spiritual. Yahweh Shah he's a physician, and Jake can only be healed if they have Yahweh Shah in their minds. All right, it's a when we suffer in the mirror, when you see niggas, all right, or Jake just bugged out on Babylon juice, excited about the military or whatever it may be. All right, the only thing that can cure that is Yahweh Shah. When you look at the state of our people, that's a spiritual disease. It's not an economic disease. The economic disease is the negative effect of a spiritual disease. Okay? The economic, what you see economically, single parent household, Jake killing each other, Jake out here gang banging. All right, that's all a result of you not having you being your power turned this back from you. That's it. Your power turned this back from you. That means you are a stranger to his laws. You don't have the laws of your power. Now he left you over here in Egypt in the state of Atlanta. Nobody tells you is that Isaiah, that sons lie wait at the edge of every corner like a wild bull in a net. All right, we've been left in a primitive state, but the 1/3 of our people, we came out of that dead primitive state, man. All right, we came out of that dead primitive state through that physician, Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh B'Shem, Yahweh Shai. All right, but the Most High Yahweh, all right, He sent the Son Yahweh Shai to heal us. That's why there have been videos coming out, especially the past few years, about stop going out so much, stop going to the club, stop doing this, stop doing that. You have to unplug from Babylon to heal yourself, man. Anybody will tell you that. Anybody will tell you that. Shalom, shalom. People, that's why Jake go to prison and they'll start getting to read different books. They got to detox from that toxic environment, man. All right, same thing with us, man. I'm not saying, be a 100% stoic, but how can you heal yourself from a toxic environment that you never left? All right, you don't know what type of things. See, how about Shema has to reprogram us, man. But you can never fully be reprogrammed if you were never deprogrammed. All right, it's bigger than the apostles criticizing long hair. It's bigger than that, man. All right, it's a spirit that comes along with the culture that brothers haven't let go. I'm not targeting particular brothers. I'm just using it as an example, man. We have to repair. The so-called black woman, she's learning. Well, I said the decent ones, they're learning the art of being feminine. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm outside my feminine frame. See, they got all these dating coaches for men, or how to get women and all this other stuff, and you're basically wrong for being yourself. It's like what you're doing wrong when you're being yourself, but really, most times you're just a normal guy. You're just a normal man, but it's Eve. She outside the submissive frame. When you outside your feminine submissive frame, all right, you can't be compatible with a normal man, all right? you look at these other nations that's nation oriented, like Ishmael and Elam, they have arranged marriages. All right, that's another thing that goes over your head. But the point I want to make on that is that these men don't have to be some super duper successful dudes to get a wife. They're just normal structured men. But the nation has system setups to where they'll get married to a normal, feminine, submissive woman. That's it. It's just you're a man, she's a woman. It's not supposed to be calculus to deal with the opposite sex, man. But that's what happens when you discontinue from your heritage and you assimilate into someone else's. All right, that's why we so bugged the F out, man. Because we've discontinued from our heritage and we've assimilated into our oppressor's heritage. So now you have something called ethnocentricity, where you judge someone else's culture through the standards of your own. So you watch that interview on the show Vibrations with Dr. Shahrazad Ali and that little Evite woman. That little Evite woman was judging what Dr. Shahrazad Ali was saying through the standard of America. All right? Like America is the most high or something, man. All right? No, but we needed arranged marriages in our nation. All right? We needed for our women after puberty to be arranged to be married. All right, that's what we need. And I said it because that prevents whoredom, dummy. That prevents whoredom. All right, but instead Esau teaches your daughter birth control. What about self-control? Huh? All right? We're supposed to have systems set up to where the men work. And according to the laws of Moses, all right, which the laws are really systems to govern our nation. All right, if a man was a glutton and a drunkard, what happened? You stole him. It's called a liability, man. All right, here's a liability to your nation. Some things that you think are extreme, all right, they're only extreme because we don't exist as a nation, as a people. We don't exist as a sovereign nation. We've been spoiled because, like it says in Revelations, that he's gonna nourish that woman, nurture that woman, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, but we are in the time of repairing. We have to repair our spirits, stay in tune with our power, all right, and not basically accept this false reality that Esau gave us. And we have to repair ourselves with our diets. We have to repair ourselves with our diets, man. Of course, you follow the dietary laws primarily, but hey, processed food has proven to be detrimental to the nation of Israel, man, to the 12 tribes, man. You can't eat what the heathen eat and be good. We eat what they eat. They might live to be 70, 80, 90, 100 years old. We down in our 50s, man. All right? Going off your lust, trying to have sex with every woman you see, but you have not a dollar to your name, that's proven to be detrimental. You racking up on baby mamas, but you still just working some part-time job. That hasn't been successful for us, man. So these laws, they govern us, they civilize us, and they make us back, and it brings us back to our Heavenly Father, and they make us become those royal people that we read about. All right? We so detached from my heritage. When you read about Jake, it's hard to fathom, quote unquote, niggas being these people that you read about, or Eve being related to Susanna. Ain't that something? Keisha that work at the bank is from the same lineage of Susanna. It's from the same lineage of Deborah. That's Keisha that work at the bank. Tamika, all right? That's them. But that's why we're like a strange olive branch, all right? That's why we're looked at as, basically, the cold got my mind freezing. But basically, 2,000 years ago when Yahweh Shah walked the earth, man, or the Jews that were at Jerusalem, they were looking at the scattered Israelites like basically they were heathens, all right? Because they were so far gone from the ways of our forefathers. So that's how we are. We're basically scattered Israelites being Americanized, man, and Babylonianized, man. All right, but the point is, I hope this has been edifying for the brothers and sisters who have been tuning in. But we are in a time to repair, man, and be purified for the coming of our Savior, Yahweh Shah, man. All right, and once again, I hope you brothers are edified. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah by Shem Rakah Kodash, that by honor to our apostles, the great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. To the next time, bye bye bye. Shalom.